Idiots on Sports. And here's your host, Craven Moorehead. Craven Moorehead, what's up? Woo!
Good evening, and welcome to Idiots on Sports. I'm your host, Craven Moorehead. From what I've heard, Dee R isn't your typical run-of-the-mill PGA Tour player. He's not your Brad Faxon, or your Billy Andrade, or even that drunk John Daly. You know, I go on and on about Dee R here, but I don't want to. Why don't we just bring him out here, and he can tell us a little bit about himself. So let's welcome Dee R. Dee, thanks for being here.
Pleasure to be here.
You know, Dee, I mentioned a lot of the old school round golfers like Faxon and Andrade earlier, but you're a part of the new school breed from East Providence, Rhode Island. What makes you part of the new school?
Well, you see, the new school is, people that weren't, born into a golden spoon. Individuals that, middle class, lower middle class, that weren't able to afford, a whole set of clubs. So, for a driver, I'd have to use like a 9-iron. Something like that,
And for a 9-iron, I bet you used a driver.
Sometimes that's true. Yeah. Sometimes that's true.
Interesting.
Yes, it was rough. It was rough. But the new school basically represents those who had to work harder to get to the circuit.
So tell us a little bit about how it was growing up in East Providence, where golf wasn't one of the most popular sports. The popular sports around here are, say, baseball, med ball, water polo, and midget tossing.
Yes. Life was really rough early. I didn't really have a home to live in. The only thing that really kept me warm at night was my love and fire that burned in my heart for the game, and my set of clubs.
And sweet booze. That's horrifying. Simply horrifying.
Good water.
I don't even like water.
It's better than the stuff that John and Matt made for you.
That's true. Now, it takes a lot of money to play on these various tournaments all throughout Rhode Island and New England. And as you stated before, you didn't have a lot of money growing up. There were, surefire ways to raise some money, like prostitution, an emu farm, or lining up on the red line in threes. Those are ways to make money. What exactly did you do to make money?
Well, it really wasn't about making money there, Craven. It's more of just getting in the practice time. Really couldn't afford to use the courses. Couldn't really afford to go on the putting green and practice. So I had to make do with what was made available to me. Closed supermarkets, I would go to their parking lots and practice putting there. It actually made me a better player. Made me concentrate on things that you wouldn't normally think would become a hazard on the pro tour. Also, I'd have to go to local baseball fields, and when the other children weren't around, I would have to go and I'd practice, but usually they found me and, well, they'd ask me in their own polite way to leave. Yeah, it was really tough growing up here in East Providence, loving the game like I did.
Yeah, I can imagine. We have some footage of us earlier today with myself, Craven Moorehead, and Dee R out during his training. Let's take a look at it. Once again, I'm Craven Moorehead, and here we are with PGA hopeful